Welcome back to Blackpool. How did it feel to wake up on Tuesday morning and think, I'm a Blackpool player again?
Great, great. I mean, waking up and just driving down in Lytham into Squires Gate. It was like I mentioned before. It was just a great feeling. It felt like it's just comfortable and it felt like home, and it gave me that sense that I've not felt for a while. So yeah, great feeling.
Obviously, you played your best football at Blackpool, but what else makes it so special to you, for it to feel like home?
Yeah, I mean, just everything about it. The football takes care of itself when you're happy off the pitch. So, I mean, the area, the fans are incredible when you're playing well. It's like it just gives you a boost. The training ground, the stadium, I'm familiar with, I'm used to, and I just click with it. So everything about the club, it just suits me, and it's obviously it's where I play my best football. I mean, obviously the team's completely changed. There's only four players left from when I was here the first time. But it stays the same at Blackpool. That's one of Blackpool's strengths. There's not many egos, and there's always a close-knit squad, and that's the same now. Even with me being in a day or two, I can tell the lads are great. And like I said, that's one of the important things of Blackpool. So that's really good to see. Of
Did those lads who, obviously, from the first time and second time, were they talking to you before the move got finalised? Were they trying to convince you to come back?
course, yeah, yeah. I obviously got in contact with the people I knew, and they were all desperate to get me back. And I was desperate to get back because I mean the people contacting me are great people, great people to be around every day, and that was definitely one of the reasons for me to come back.
How long did it sort of take from obviously when you first found out about the interest or you express your interest to obviously getting over the line?
It took a while. I mean, it took a while. It was a few complications, obviously, with Forest and my contract situation, and then there were a few other clubs, and it took a while to all sort itself out. But I was holding out for one club, and that's probably why it went to deadline day, because it was difficult to sort out. But thankfully, it just got over the line.
Yeah, was it a case of once everything was sorted with Forest, you knew exactly where you wanted to be?
Yeah, no, for sure. It was just sorting out with Forest and then head down, focus on Blackpool and trying to sort an agreement with Blackpool, which was obviously all I wanted.
Obviously, last year you joined North End. Does this move this summer feel slightly different to that one? Obviously, going back to somewhere you know, and probably feel a bit more comfortable going back to a team that's not a big rival.
100%. I mean, it was similar in the fact that it was both deadline days and but the feeling of going to each club is completely different. I'm not going to lie, it's completely different and that feeling of excitement and just getting going is all I can feel right now and I'm just I can't wait for Northampton away. Sometimes football it's you don't have choices. But like I've said, I've got this opportunity to make it up to them. I'm not stupid. I know how much of a rivalry it is. I know how much Blackpool and Preston like are rivals, and I know how much they would have been upset and hurt for me going. And that was in my mind, of course, when I went. And it was in my mind, of course, when thinking about joining Blackpool. But like I've said, it's given me an opportunity to make it up to them to get them back on my side. I obviously know I need to play well. I know I need to do what I know I can do, and I know I need to recreate the form that I showed them before. But if I do that, I know that our relationship can be like it was before.
Yeah, form wise, it's important to find, obviously, for yourself and the club to find where you was at in that first spell.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, definitely. I know that still. I'm not 32 years old, and my legs have gone. I'm 26, and I feel like I've improved as a player and a person. Like I see myself training every day. I see myself in-house games and some games that people might not watch, and I know that the ability is still there. I just need that backing, that confidence. I need to push myself and make sure I'm in the right physical state, and I'm 100% sure that form will come back.
Yeah, you are obviously 26, prime of your career. Do you feel because of a couple of maybe spells that you'd rather forget, you've been sort of written off in a little way?
Definitely, definitely, but that's fine. I'm not bothered about that. I'm not bothered about outside noise. I'm confident in myself. The people around me are confident in me, and now I've got the club that are confident in me too, which is all I need. Now it's just about recreating that form and putting it all on the pitch, which I'm confident in that I can do because I know I'll work hard and I know I'll do everything I can to get back to that. So yeah, I'm obviously there's people that will probably write me off and I'll look at my last spells and just look at stats and not take into consideration situations or formations or anything like that, which is fine because that's football. It's a stats game. But I know that people around me and in myself, I've got that confidence and that belief and that desire to get back to where I want to be.
You want to play as a winger. Steve Bruce loves playing as a winger. Obviously, you over the past few years you've not been able to as much, and in his time at Blackpool, he's not been able to use them as much. So is it the perfect coming together?
That's it. Yeah, I mean, Blackpool's obviously the club where I felt the best and felt at home. But adding to that, it's the pitch to me and the way they want to play suits me perfectly. I'm not just going to force it to a club just because I love them and it won't suit me. This club genuinely does suit me, and the way Steve Bruce plays is quite similar to my first season with Blackpool and that counter-attacking style and me getting on the ball and running with it. That suits me perfectly. So I'm so excited to get going.
There's some good competition. Obviously, we started the season with no available wingers to start, and now there's so many options. So you're looking forward to thriving off that.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, football's all about competition, and like I mentioned before, it's League One. You know, you're playing 46 games in the season plus the cups, and Christmas it's going to be dirty and hard and socks up and scrap. So you're not expected to play every minute, and you can't have a weak squad like you need a big squad. So I've seen in training today and yesterday some of the good players on the wing, which is great. It's perfect for what we want to do, especially with how much Steve Roof emphasizes wingers. So we're going to need every single one of us.
You've said how much Blackpool means to you, and obviously you've ended up back where you feel you belong. Is there regret looking back about how you left the first time, obviously going to Forest? Obviously a step up at the time, but do you feel regret looking back how that went?
No, no, you can't feel regret in football. It's such a short career, and it's I've got a lot of benefits from it. Obviously, there's things that I want to work on in the future and get back to, but you can't regret a decision you made because that'll affect your mental state. So I don't regret anything. Obviously, I've missed the place. I've missed friendships I've built and I've missed playing how I want to play and the freedom I've had. But I've got much more time in me and I know I can get that back. So I don't regret it, but I definitely have missed this feeling and I'm so happy to be back.
Yeah, just finally, you know what the club can be, you know what it can do, and it's in the championship. So that determination of helping getting there, and yeah, feeling that success at Bloomfield Road again.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, all I can remember is the night games in the championship with the North Stand bouncing and us winning and winning comfortably in the championship. It's just such a great feeling. And like I said before, I'm so confident that we can get back to that, and that's ultimately where we want to get to, and everything's in place to do that. We just need to pull our socks up, work hard, no egos, and I definitely think we can get there.